was an amazing day. Just last night, I did some trading, cleaned the house, yard work, and then went and hung out with the homie Jason. We got a whole weekend planned, so we went and stopped at Creek. Figured we'd hang out with the homies before we get back here, and I figured on the way back we'd go live. Anyway, it would end up. It was like a lot of last minute things that happened, which is always cool, always cool. Right? The more I've focused on the right now when it comes to um, oh shit, my shit all dusty and shit. Anyway, it's been pretty cool. Now I am writing updates. Uh, Set up my all right. This is I don't look goofy on camera with my earpieces in, and I have better audio. Let me see if even working. Oh yeah, it does. Well, I'm gonna hang out here. I'm doing this. Yo yo. So the stream. Fuck. Anyway, I had to go like check in, man, and get a second opinion or third opinion on the situation I'm going through. The nice kid, India disrespect button. What? All right, I guess you're not hanging out here then. I don't need anyone in my stream. I like doing this, so don't come here sideways. Um, anyway, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna grab my drink and then get some stuff ready before we start the rest of this. But I think you guys will enjoy it. In the meantime, you know what? In the meantime, here's a picture of a bankrupt company. I'll be right back. Yo, I'm back, and this is a quartz crystal. It's cool. What's up, Rush? That is a really cool quartz crystal. Now, check it out. Give you a point of reference. This is an energy drink can. This is my quartz crystal I got. It's pretty cool. This is random things I like, but technically it's not random. Um, I got that for an experiment, but it was I got the wrong thing. It's too big. I needed a small one. I'm making what's called a foxhole radio, just to practice some skills I learned coming up. It's I'm basically making a radio that will receive radio transmissions, and all I'm going to use is a crystal, copper wire, and a piece of cardboard too. No battery. I'm going to be picking up the signal, and the signal is going to power. What's up? And the moderators in the house. What's up, man? It's raining over here. Perfect day, man. Did a whole, woke up, uh, did some trading, got that stuff done, and mowed the lawn and went to Creek and Cave, hung out, check out. Actually, I take that back. I went and hung out with my homie. Yeah. Jesus crushed a little bit. I'm learning. Yeah, I've been learning for about 3 years. 1 year solid, just downloading. I cannot teach you what I can tell you how I figured it out. A book I recommend, Principles of a Changing World Order by Ray Dalio. If you don't want to read, just look it up on YouTube. He made it into a 35-minute video, and then Principles of Dealing with a Changing World Order. What's up, Russ? Oh, yeah. Okay, everybody. Yes, Principles of a Changing World Order. Just anything by Ray Dalio. Anything by Ray Dalio, bro. Like, I'm telling you, it's so ridiculous that all this information is free. It's so ridiculous. This is how ridiculous the information is. I read that stuff, listened to it, Googled. I One day I just Googled how to do something. How to trade. How do I make money without physical labor, with a computer, internet connect? Like, get as detailed as you want. And then I just went down the rabbit hole. Like, I want to smoke weed and hang out with my friends, so I'm gonna go out here, figure out a way to divorce my livelihood from my art. Do I like Legos, Rush? Yeah, I do. I do like Legos, actually. I got a couple of cars, little tiny. I don't think they're Lego brand, but I think they're uh, just like those bricks. Oh shit, Snizer! They don't fall down. All right, there you go. But yeah, Principles of a Changing World Order. Um, Google trading options on YouTube. Oh, you got Sonic Legos, like the new Sonic. Which one? Sonic 3? Just regular Sonic? Okay. Yeah. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I got it in my queue on Audible. That's what's up. Bro, that's another thing. He put that out on YouTube with graphics and everything. So you get to see. Now, I have a different view because of I grew up outside this country. I grew up outside of this country, so I got to see I got to see it for what it is. And one of the coolest things that I've learning, like like when it comes to currency, when it comes to currency and like perfect example, everybody understands that we used to be on the gold standard and now we're not in America. If, uh, Let me know. Type gold if you do. All right. So, and then they took it off the gold standard, right? Everybody remember that? And then they started messing with it. Like, I can change the value of the money because it used to be attached to gold. So, whatever the gold cost, that's how much your dollar is. So, if the gold price went up, your dollar gold is a lot more gold. Then if the gold goes down, then a dollar gold is just less gold. But they represent it with a piece of paper because gold was heavy. Gold was heavy back in the day. So if I had to pay you, if I had to travel across entire distances and pay somebody, I have to carry that gold and I have to it's heavy. If you've ever felt gold, it's really heavy. So what they did was they put the gold in a vault and they said, I'm going to write this piece of paper that says, you have a gold brick in here. So instead of carrying the gold brick, you take this note that has 1 GB on it. It says one gold brick certified by this guy's safe. And then you give it to me and I go like, man, this is not gold. I'm like, no, 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 no. If you take that to this guy's safe, he'll give you my brick of gold, and now it's yours. So he did that, and he went and he grabbed it like, oh shit, cool man, this was so much easier. But then he realized, oh, I gotta take this and then go home, and then if I need something, I gotta bring it somewhere else. And it was like, hey, how about you just keep it in the bank and just give me another one of those papers that says I have one gold in the bank. And then eventually, fast forward, America said, you know what? I think it was Roosevelt. I forget which one was what, but you know what? We have the interwebs. Let's look it up. All right, let's see what it's got. The United States moved from the gold standard in two phases. First, Franklin Delano Roosevelt suspended for domestic transactions in 1933. So in 1933, Franklin Delano Roosevelt said, hey, our money is we're going to suspend it. It's going to be worth what we say it's worth. And then in 1971, they ended the international convertibility of the dollar to gold. So basically, they said, hey, this dollar is not worth a dollar of gold. And so what happened is now your money is worth what they tell you it's worth. So I decided, like, if this piece of paper has no value whatsoever, then and what value it has depends on who has it. So I decided to take any money I have and everything that I ever got and will ever get and decided to invest them in buy different assets, mainly on securities on the stock market. And what happened, it was over time, as I'm paying for all this stuff and I'm investing, eventually I had a portfolio, and then it says, hey, your money is worth, you have this much portfolio. And I was like, that's cool, but I want to go spend some money. I got to pay my rent. And they go like, well, if you sell these stocks, we're going to tax you for any profit you get from selling them. I'm like, wait, what? But you already taxed it when you gave it to me. So now if I sell it, yeah, it's called capital gains tax. Any gains you get from a sale, you gotta play it. No, I do not play Minecraft. I only play Call of Duty, Black Ops. Then one day, I decided, like, if I have all these stocks, then what's my money worth? Turns out, if you have stocks, they give you, you can get a line of credit using that as collateral. So I don't know what the dollar is really worth, but I tell you this much: if you have something that you can leverage, it doesn't matter what the dollar's worth, because whatever your money is attached to the asset. The value of your money is the assets that you have. As a matter of fact, nowadays, you can even put yourself on the gold standard. For example, get yourself a pound of gold. It's a lot. Now, what's an ounce of gold go for? Silver too. Silver is actually, believe it or not, far better. Like today, oh damn, an ounce of gold is a 1 troy ounce of gold is $3,056.10. Precious metals is fine, bro, but like I said, you gotta like uh, go to the store. If they accept it, and then by all means, go through it. But if they don't, then you got to find a way to leverage that. So if every time you need to utilize your assets, you got to figure out a way. Like for example, if I had a pound of gold now, or well, technically an ounce of gold. If you have an ounce of gold, that's $3,056.10 as of today. As of 4:59 today. That would mean with 1 troy ounce of gold, which by the way is a completely different thing. It's not a regular ounce. Um, oh wait, that's gold futures. My bad. Oh yeah, it is. No, it is. It is. It wasn't. But like if I had gold and then I wanted to use gold in today's world, and it's still, we still have dollars or whatever that you have. What I would do is I would take that gold and then put it and find a bank or anybody and go, hey, I have this much gold. I want a loan for however much, and use the gold as leverage. And like, if I miss a payment, take my gold. Then they go like, wait, for real? And you're like, yeah. How many ounces? How much gold do you have? And then let's say you go there and like, oh, I got 10 troy ounces of gold. What's 3 times 10? 30. Three times 10, 30. Well, that'd be $30,000 worth of gold. And if you take that and go to a bank and say, hey, can I store this in the safe deposit box? And while it's there, can I get a line of credit using that gold as collateral? And then they go, okay, sure. How much do you have? And you go, oh, I have, well, 10 ounces. So it's 10 times 30. what's 10 times 30? 10 times 30 be 3,000, right? So there'll be 30,000. I got 30,000. And then so what happens is they go like, okay, so you have $30,000 sitting in basically $30,000 of value sitting in their bank. So what you do is you go, well, I got $30,000. Let's see. Let's be conservative and say they tell you you have 30K in assets to gold. What is, let's say, 40% of that? Let's say they give you a line of credit. They go like, you can have um times, or they tell you like, you can have a 25% line of credit using your portfolio um as leverage. Well, 25% of 30,000 is $7,500. So now you have put the 7,000, put 7,000 in your bank account, and then start trying to pay off that balance. And then, but every time you pay it, it's a two-way street. So you can, run the line of credit. So if you pay it off, you can still use it again. If you pay just $100, you can still use that $100. It's a two-way street. All I'm saying is this, man. The value of your money is attached to your life, not gold anymore. So in your life, what does money mean to you? Then that's what manifests accordingly if you stay the course and go like, yeah, I know what I'm doing. I know, I understand that I got to live forever, at least for the next 30 years. So I'm going to sit here and do my math on how long it take, what does it take for me to survive every day, and or every month, and multiply that by 12, and then that's how much it is a year. And now you have a goal to point to. But a lot of people are out here just saying, I want fuck you money, and they don't even have a number. And outside of all the money and all this other stuff, this is great. But you got to understand, man, money cannot be the goal. It's like saying, man, my job, man, you know what my goal is? My goal is to fill up a gas tank, to fill up my gas tank. What? What do you mean? Like to have money to fill it up? No, 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 no. Like I want to keep filling up my gas tank, no matter what, and use what I have. I don't know what I was doing. I went on a tangent and completely lost my train of thought. That was just stream of consciousness talking. And but yeah, this is cool, man. Anyway, let me go ahead and do my excuse me. Do you know Bendy, the ink and the ink? No, I don't. No, I don't know Bendy and the Ink Machine. It's a horror game with five chapters. No, I do not. I literally just started playing games in the last couple months. Yeah, literally all I do is smoke weed and hang out with my friends and tell dick jokes on stage and learn new things every day. At least something new every day. I do my best. But it was just crazy. Yo, Yonder, what is up? Rush was a pretty good band. But imagine if they just took their. I, I can't believe I saw that whole thing and still read it and fucking fell for the joke. I knew. See, there's a difference, you know. You guys are working a lot. I'm kind of scarcely working and writing a lot. That's hilarious. Ah, yeah. You know what? Hey, guys, you guys go follow Yonder Wizard and tip him. Give him super chats because he just told us he's a professional comedian. If you're ever in Austin, Texas, go to Sunset Strip on 6th Street. He's usually out front yelling at people, and then you can see Yonder Wizard himself. Go upstairs, you might see him play. They fucking kick ass, man. This is crazy. My homies are fucking amazing. You guys go check them out. Well, the real meaning of professional, as in you get paid for what you do. That's the definition of a pro. We're not going to mention how much because those are private information. But every payment counts. Like, I remember, man, the first time I got $10 for doing like, what, 10 minutes? First off, no fucking business doing 10 minutes. I'm fucking 6 months in. I talked for 10 minutes. Was there comedy? I don't fucking know. You know why? I kind of try to block it out of my mind, and then I realized I record everything, and I found it. And you ever just cringe at yourself? Yeah, I forced myself to watch that shit. What do you call an alligator in a vest? What, a fucking alligator? I mean, vests are made of, oh, I don't know. Anyway, see, Yonder comes in. I get all excited. Yeah, I just left Creek. I was there for a little bit. Brought my little sister in. Well, we're also probably gonna we come by. I'm gonna be at the Filthy Show tomorrow night. I'm not doing the Filthy Show. An investigator. Fuck! I can't believe I didn't see that one. What do you call an alligator in a vest? An investigate. You know what birds say when they fly over Kmart? That's my daughter told me this joke. They go cheap, 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 or where does the Lone Ranger take his trash? To the dump, to the dump, to the dump, 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 to the dump, to the dump, to the dump, dump, dump. Oh my god, fucking ridiculous. Street jokes are the best. Yo, yo, Block, thank you. Spelling? You know the difference between crocodile and alligator spelling? One is a pointy nose, and one's a Florida man's dog. Hey, crocodiles are real. Oh, allegation? Fuck. God damn it. Fucking allegation. I just found out that back where I'm from, we have crocodiles, but most of what I saw growing up were not crocodiles. They were called oh fuck. Caimans. That's what they're called. Caimans, which they live in brackish water, they go in the ocean and then they come back in. Yeah, it's called a caiman, and it's got a pointier nose. It's a little smaller, but oh my god! Like, okay, relatively speaking, like a 5 foot caiman is a fucking problem. Oh, you're from Gatorland? This is Fluffy has that joke. It's like I called Gatorland. It's like, welcome to Gatorland, the home of the whatever. It's like for Spanish, press two. You press two. It's like I gotta hear this, and it goes like, "We don't speak Spanish, but you're gonna have a hell of a fucking time." Like that's fucking hilarious. I've been I was at South Carolina. You know what's crazy, bro? I was over in a Grand Cayman Auto 5. I said, "Oh, weird. We're talking about this." No, I'm not even gonna say it. We'll see. We'll see once we start streaming there. But it's funny we're talking about a Cayman. Just crazy. Oh, what am I doing? I gotta get this shit ready. I.e., roll a joint, build a joint. That's what I meant. But yeah, man, we're what was the? Oh, there it is. No, here's one of the cool thing. Bum, 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 bum. Oh, I'm sorry. This is being stupid. I do not know what an R is. Look, you're good, bro. You're good, man. Thank you. The fact that you're here helping and welcoming people, fucking thank you so much, man. Bro, thank you so thank you so much, man. Thank you so much, Yonder. Dude. So, you guys, everybody here and the guys watching after, go follow at Yonder Wizard on all platforms. He streams, live streams on Twitch, everything. And if you're ever in Austin, definitely come through. He plays guitar, amazing at that shit, bro. Um, yep, come check out fucking Yonder, and we're gonna get back to rolling this joint, man. Because everybody knows, even Yonder knows this. I get to run in my mouth, it's over, bro. Fucking Jehovah Witness going like, I gotta fucking go, man. I got more people to talk to, and the way you're going, I don't want to talk to nobody no more. You're questioning Jesus and everything. Yeah, I question everything. Anyway, but I'm gonna build the joints. And I'm actually looking at like market stuff, market data. I got a little. I pushed out, man. I made oh I was trading, right, and then like even tonight, so I'm my heart's still fucking beating. This is what's so weird. I'm learning a lot. I used to judge those guys. Everybody's like, "Get the excitement." I'm like, yeah, whatever, bro. You push buttons on a computer. What are we talking about? And then when I started trading, bro, I didn't do like what do you call prop accounts, prop firms. I opened a fucking Fidelity account and I started and proceeded to lose the clothes on my back, bro. I lost so much money. I don't even want to talk about it. It's so stupid, man. And the thing was, my whole goal is like I want to hang out with my friends, smoke weed, and tell dick jokes. But now I could not even afford a cab or a bus fucking fare. Man, I blew that shit up so bad. But you know the beautiful thing about that is I asked myself, if I sold, that means somebody was buying, right? So whatever I did, there was an opposite of it. So what are the steps to do the opposite of what I did to lose that much money? And at first I was like, it can't be that easy. Like just do the opposite of what you did, and then you wouldn't lose money. I'm like, it can't be that easy. But you know what? It's math. Apparently, both sides of the equation have to equal. And once I understood that, I just realized, oh, I stopped watching the news because it'll influence my head. And also, the news is just after the market has done what it's done. They're reporting it. They're telling you what happened, and then they're going, "You should do this." They don't know. You're in the same boat as they are. But the beauty of America is we have all access to all the information that they look at in the palm of our hands. And then yet we bought that COVID was a real threat, naturally speaking. No, well, technically, yeah, because it was made by humans, so technically a human is a natural. But you get the point. All right, let me go ahead and finish building this joint before I run my mouth to the point I don't even know what I'm talking about anymore. And then I start editing and piecing it together just to make some sense for the rest of the guys that weren't here to indulge in the craziness. And the field is done. Yeah, that's what I got. Oh, wait, wait. There you go. Y'all see it? I take my sweet time when I do this. You don't disrespect the sacrament, man. You don't rush rolling the sacrament. Yoink. It says, and you don't disrespect black people. You don't disrespect anyone. You know how many people are in jail just because they're emotionally immature and somebody disrespected them? That's what you don't understand. It's not about tough guys. It's about respect. Oh, yeah. Respect people. No, I respect people. I'm not saying I don't respect black people. I said I respect people. I do not make that distinction. And I mean, also, respect is something you kind of earn. Now, I met a lot of fucking black people that don't deserve an ounce of respect from anyone. Well, technically speaking, nobody deserves anything from anyone. It's just human decency. And at the same time, also weakness. So, like for example, being offended is a good example I like to use. Offense or oh you can't say that all that stuff. I mean, offense is perpetrated by the people that are offended. If you weren't offended when like bro, I got called a coconut climbing monkey a bunch of times, a whole bunch of times. While because I'm an island Asian and I'm brown, and then it just ended up becoming my call sign, and I fucking wasn't offended by it. I thought it was hilarious as fuck. Also, everybody that called me that when the first time I thought I got offended, I checked my bank account and nothing changed. So I'm like, oh, so if my me being offended doesn't change my status of living, it just makes me miserable with no recourse. You know, I might need to change that. That's a me thing, not a the world thing. Oh, bro, I yeah, all the time, and whatever. I laugh. It's not so much all the time, but I have been called it. Yeah, but when I first got to America, I just thought it was the thing to do. Everybody's just over here calling everybody all sorts of derogatory name, and the more they give a fuck about each other, and the more similar they were, the worse it got. And I kind of learned and understood. Then once I understood what the deal was, I was like, do I even need to say stuff like that? And most people are like, man, you're a comic, you shouldn't. Like, well, yeah, having the freedom to do something and doing it are two different things. Or let alone should just because you can do something doesn't mean you should type thing. Like I can. I mean, I can call people all sorts of racist stuff in more ways than one, but at the same time, I cannot then be free from the consequences of that. You know, that's just them's the rules, and them rules is not people rules. Them rules was here before we were here. It's just rule of cause and effect, gender and mentalism and yada yada yada. You know, read a book. You know. That's hilarious, a gay monkey, bro. Y'all gotta get tougher. There's a guy that follows us. You know, shout out if Amir is around. Also, don't die, Amir. But they had a reason to kill my but Amir's homie. Now, do I agree with the reason? No. I mean, and all he did was write a rap. He's a rapper. You know, it's illegal there. And somebody like it's not for no reason. There was a reason to call him that. Is he gay? And if he's not, is he strong? And if he is, cool. Does he look like a monkey? And get your fucking feelings out of the way and answer the question. If he does, and you're just not saying it because you don't want to hurt his feelings, I, it's like when people show up and say, "Oh, look at my kid, look at my beautiful baby," and their baby's fucking atrocious looking. Most people are like, no, be honest. Let them know. Oh, that kid's eyes are on the sides of its head. Is that a fish or a bait? You see what I mean? You know, it's just. Oh, Amir is the fucking goat, bro. Amir is like it's cool to have him come on the chat a lot of times because the thing about Amir is Amir's 22. He's going to be 23 this year, and one of the things that Americans don't quite understand is a 22-year-old in Iran is a grown ass man, you know. But over here in America, a 22-year-old probably just couldn't figure out why he has a dick because he's a chick. You know what I mean? But by the time Amir was 22, he's running a bakery. He is technically the protector, the patriarch. His sister getting married, he's got to be responsible for that. And on top of all that, he decides, oh, you know what? I'm going to get on the VPN and talk to a crazy dude in America, knowing damn well the World Cup is going to be in America, Canada, and Mexico, and Iran is in it. Now, gee, I wonder if they're going to play in the US if they make it to the top. Hey, but I'm high. Don't listen to me. Ooh, these guys. Mm. Amir is fucking bananas, bro. We met Amir, he joined the stream, it became a cool thing. I started out like when I started streaming, somebody I asked them, "Hey, where you from?" And somebody would go, "USA or America." I'm like, "Yeah, no shit." And then Amir and Nevins came through, and I was like, "Oh, not every like this is live to the whole world. Whoever has internet access and YouTube." Mm, this guys. Oh, there's one right there. Why is my background changing colors? Background colors changing. Yeah, I have a couple LED lights, but got a couple of sensors going. Go ahead and stop that activity orders. Recheck. Yeah, just run that, right? Can I run cancel or no? Oh, thank you. Shit, yeah. Cool. View positions. I stopped that one. Yo, Rush, thank you so much, man. Yeah, that. Thank you so much, sir. Everybody, I'm about out too. I just wanted to be get on here and talk to you guys. I gotta get some rest before the market opens. Oh, you gonna stay on for a little bit? Appreciate it. We're sitting at yeah, we got time. The camera should have that. Yep, it does. Yeah, I don't play Minecraft at all. I only play Call of Duty because it's a regular game, and when I was there's a lot of stuff takes a lot of mental effort, and I'm more like mentally speaking. I try to keep the decision making to a minimum throughout every day, just to. All right. Oh, and we're back. Oh, that cough got me toasty. Yep, I'm amazing. I don't know if you could tell, but ooh, Chinese eyes. Like I actually look Asian right now. Woo. Yeah, my name I used on Call of Duty mobile and on I think it's PlayStation is Pare Chimp. Same name. Oh, that was good. Check. Run check. All right, what's the market look like? It is. Oh yeah, it is about that time. All right, yo. Wait. Yep. Yeah, I know of Roblox. I don't play it, but I do know it. Oh man, you wanna see what I'm looking at? I can show you guys. Let me kill this guys. I can show you. Oh, I'll show you guys what I'm looking at. That is the stock market. That shit is a fire sale. If I were you, I would buy everything. I'd buy the S&P 500. I'd eat ramen noodles. Yo, let me explain something. So, red means go. Eat, what I mean is, eat ramen noodles and tuna, drink only water for the, and dry ass chicken breast for the next year. And every dollar, every cent, every penny extra, you throw that shit into the market. S&P 500, nothing crazy. Put in VO, S&P 500, VIX, whatever. Just as long as you invest in the whole market. Just keep doing that. If you do exactly that, and I mean you're just eating the macros to survive, like I gotta get protein, my ramen noodles, that's it. And you do that and you hustle down, like just double down and do that. Do all your hustles, all your side hustles, your main job, all of them. Be grateful you have them because that's what's paying your bills. And then you take that stuff, everything extra, and you throw it on the market. And remember today, remember March 5th, 2025 at 3:39 Central Standard Time. I said, buckle down and invest everything that you can into the S&P 500. I mean aggressive. This is not advice. I'm just saying this is entertainment. I'm just saying if I wanted to be entertained, I will eat bullshit food and invest every last extra into the market. And when that bitch turns green, all of a sudden you put in a little bit of money and now you got to figure out how to pay the taxes on it because you're about to get some ridiculous growth. And if that shit like interests you, man, like this is very simple. Just go on the internet. Information and education is free. Validation of an institution is not. They used to have schools and universities because that's where the knowledge was kept. So you had to go there and then talk to people that stay there and learned all of it, professors. Versus nowadays, this replaced every school out there as far as information. This is how I started all this. This is how I learned. I just went on Google and started Googling and learning things. And whatever interests me, I just learn as much as I can. And turns out it doesn't take 21 days to be decent at something. He's like, I kind of look like Mario from Super Mario Brothers. It's hilarious. Uh, it's like look like Mario but a little older. That's hilarious. I look like Mario from Little. No, I remember. Oh yeah, because of the mustache had like a couple of things on it. I know what you mean. But a little older. That's hilarious. Luigi. Oh, you want to see a cool skit? Go look up Brotherly Love on YouTube. He's got that whole thing with Kane. That was so good. That motherfucker is an epic filmmaker. You know, life comes and goes, but man, that man was on point with that. Making little shorts and really elaborately. Oh, yo, yo, yo. I'm talking smack to these soldiers. Pap, pap. So stupid. I was trolling these soldiers on the Facebook, and it's hilarious. They're so easy to rile up. Dude. All right. I think I'm done being a dick to people online. I just want everybody to understand. We're just talking, right? And this is me just talking to you guys. I told you what I was doing. I'm trolling a bunch of soldiers online. I'm just being an asshole. I'm joking. But for some reason, the people who say they go out of their way to defend people and their freedom are the first ones to get butthurt when you shit on them. My buddies died in the military. My buddies died outside the military, and we still shit on each other. All of us, the ones that are still here, we still like. I don't understand. You don't go on some page where it's designed to post memes and stuff about soldiers, and then something comes up, and people start saying silly shit on there, and you take it serious. I don't get it. I understand if I came to your page that you made for your brother or your friend that was in the service, and in the page it was, this is just dedicated to my friend and the stuff that he did and whatever, different. That was very specific. That's like in memoriam, you know. But if you build a page and it says, and you go to a page and it says, this is where we post fucked up shit about truck drivers, and then a truck driver comes on there and goes like, man, them fuck truck drivers, they be fucking lot lizards, ain't they? That's a lot of lot lizards. And then you go like, hey, you can't fucking say that. I'm like, what do you mean? That's what they do. Modified man of his own decisions. What do you mean? Yes. Oh, well, I don't control my life. I allow myself to accept my life as it is. Control control is a human thing. Nobody's in control. Be very honest with you. And the latest Nobel, you know what? I'm gonna look it up. So I don't lie to you guys. I make it. I'm making that a point. I want to make sure if I'm going to quote some stats, I make sure they're right. Let's see. Let's go. Zachary 5K5M. What do you mean? Yo, YouTube channel. Okay, Zachary 5KM. Like I said, you know what? I show you what I'm doing, right? So I apologize. I'm not ignoring you guys. I am not ignoring you guys. I'm doing literally doing a lot. I have to keep this thing going because if not, I'll go bananas. If I can solve the problem that's showing up as fast as possible, I will. I need an official. Oh, all right. Here you go. So, in 2022, Alain Aspect, John Clauser, and Anton Zellinger were awarded the Nobel Peace Prize in Physics for experiments that upended one of the most fundamental beliefs: the universe is not locally real. Oops. Oh, Lord Jesus. This is gonna fuck some people up. Especially those hard nosed guys that try to keep, like, they're like, oh yeah, I believe in science through and through. I'm working on it, man. I'm looking as I do this. Like I said, I'm not trying to ignore you guys. I just want to make sure that I'm right. And I'm not being, I can't say something and then start going on a tangent with it and turns out the initial thing I said was not true. It makes the rest of it moot, as they say. Okay. So here it is. Nothing around you is as it seems. Nothing exists until we perceive it. According to the 2022 Nobel Peace Prize, the universe is not locally real. Damn. And there you go back. Hmm? Did I miss something on that? Oof. Oh. Hmm. No, that's not what I meant. Why? Wait, wait. Zachary. What if I do that? K 5M, right? Yep. You said the. No, that's not you. Definitely not you. Is your name Yasuda? That's what it says. Yep, don't see it. Bunch of KTM motorcycles. Z-A-C-H-A-R-Y. All right, let's see what you got. All right, you got Minecraft killing it. 502 views on your Minecraft. That's pretty cool, man. Dude, that's the latest one, sky looking beautiful. All right. So here's the thing. Why would I sub? That's the question you got to answer. What you guys helped me out with that. The what I found out is when people sub here, they like to interact, and so what I do is I just start interacting, and then literally the subs go up, right? You don't have to force people, man. You don't have to make it, hey, do this because I only have this. It's gonna happen, but you gotta make. If you want to be a good content creator, you create content, and then when you create content, people are able to see you. It's just like you got to make the product. You can't bring people and then all right, now I got to make content. If you bring, why would they come? What do they have to see? How many videos do you have? How often are you going up? You have to answer those questions. If you want to be a content creator, as soon as you're done with school, as soon as you're done with work, as soon as you're done with your parents, you turn the camera on and you go like, just got done with school, I just got done with work, I just got done with my parents, and it was so cool because I thought I was gonna do this and this happened. And just like what I told you guys, I literally woke up like last night. I felt weird, and I have my own little things that I deal with in my head. But instead of going to therapy and asking somebody else, I go run, and I run until the bitch inside me shuts the fuck up, and then I run some more. And when I get done, I cannot think about all the other so-called I'm stressed thoughts in my head. None of them happen. So I started realizing that if I just take my time, work on myself, work on my thoughts, and it turns out my thoughts were like this, where I'm talking, right? And then I was like, oh man, I hope maybe somebody needs to hear this. And every time I try to write it as any other way or structure it some way, it just comes out corny and forced and cringy, especially for me. So I decided like I'm gonna turn this camera on and just talk to you guys. And because one day I realized I had 700 subscribers. That was not even 2 months ago, and that's ever since 2021. 2021 until 2 months ago, I had up until that time 700 subscribers. And then what I did, Rush. Rush says, and I just want to be like you. Bro, I had 3 subscribers one time. I didn't wake up and have 4,000. And it didn't suck. You know why it didn't suck? Because I enjoyed it. I was talking on here to 0 people. Just so when we're done, I realized I already have a recording and I don't have to store it on my phone. So it takes up so much. And so I go live so I can mine ideas and data and talk to you guys. And if you have an issue you're going through, we talk about it. Like right now, you're saying, and I only have 3 subscribers. It sucks. Bro, there's only 2 people watching this stream. You know? Out of 4,000, there's 2 people watching this stream. One now. And 5 likes. Out of all those 4,000. Like for me, I'm looking at this, man. Like that's what I look at. Like I subscribe to yours. You know why I subscribe to yours? Because you talk to me and you interacted. Now you take this interaction and you talk about it on your website, or you say, hey man, he said something about this and I want to try it out. Then you turn on your camera and go try it out. And then when you come back, you're like, oh man, I went and learned the stock market because some stoner told me to. And who knows, maybe in 5 or 10 years, you get back on here and you go like, hey, check this out. I learned how to trade options. I made $5,000 today. And I didn't even move. So I feel like shit. I got to go running so I can feel like I earned it. Because, yes, you can solve problems without physically moving, but your body is still a physical animal. And animals need exercise. So if you eat and fulfill all your needs and you don't, your body's not tired, your head thinks you didn't work for the food. There's this weird thing that your body produces more cortisol because now you're in your head. All your needs are fulfilled, especially when if anybody out there is depressed, it's because all your physiological needs are fulfilled. So you have the time to go, man, I don't like my life. All my bills are paid, but I don't like my life. That means you don't have a purpose. Suicidal thoughts is your brain going, hey man, we need a purpose. And if we can't find the purpose, maybe it's the right fucking decision. I'm not advocating for it. I'm just saying that as a human being, more importantly, as a man, you need a purpose. It is a requirement for a man to have a purpose. Find one. Make sure it's what you want to do. Make sure it's something like you wake up, bro. It's 4:05 a.m. Central Standard Time in Texas. And I'm talking to a camera and smoking Texas hemp. What I'm saying is bending reality is the easy part. Knowing what the fuck you want, sir, that takes a lifetime sometimes. I didn't know that I wanted to do this or tell dick jokes on stage or play guitar as an everyday thing in recording. I didn't know I wanted to do any of this. It's when I sat down and decided, like, what the fuck did I want to do? And then I started realizing, oh, I enjoy making people laugh. I enjoy waking up, smoking weed, and hanging out with my friends. I enjoy learning new skills, you know? Every day of your life, bro. All you have to do is fulfill your personal needs, right? It's not selfish. Make sure you don't, make sure rent is never an issue. Make sure you can eat. F- You know what? Here's some, I'll make it really simple for everyone. What's your overhead? What's your monthly overhead? Every month, what's your rent? What's your food? What's your transportation? You got to find that, Rush. You got to know that. Because you can't get fuck you money if you don't know what the fuck you number is. Like, I know what my overhead every month is, every week, every year. I know that number. And it's written down and it moves up and down. And it's, but I know it. So because I know it, I don't just go to work and go hope I have enough to pay the bills. I have a number that I have to hustle to meet. And then once I realized, like, oh, I can meet this and this is cool, I automated that whole process. I figured out what worked for me and just made what I. It's, if money is an issue, just turn it into math because it is math and it's just energy. It's just mental energy applied as math. If you think about it that way. Oh no, look at hey, Max, you're being so woo woo. No, 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 no. Do you have money? Is it in a bank? Is it your money or is it a number on the spreadsheet on the computer and they just have a pile of money in there and you get whatever they give you? This is not your money. Bro, if you get like for example, $10,000, right? Let's say you get 10 grand and you can either put that in your bank account and spend 10 grand, you just spent 10 grand. But if you take 10 grand, put it in a taxable investment account, like on M1 Finance or Fidelity, and I don't know if Robinhood or all those guys do all this, but on those two that I mentioned, if you have like $100,000 in there, they go like, here's a line of credit you can use. It's called the SB lock or a securities based line of credit, like a HELOC home equity line of credit. This is based on your stock portfolio. So if you get $10,000 and put it in the S&P 500, some people will give you some platforms or bank apps that will give you if you invested $10,000 they give you 40% of that or up to 50% of that is a line of credit. Now you don't need a credit check or nothing. You just go, I have $10,000. I'm going to put it in the stock market. And oh, shit, man, I need like 1,000. I'm $1,000 short this month. What you do is you just go to that whatever app and you take the SB lock for however much you need. Then take care of business. You don't even have to pay it back. 100% don't have to. Now, eventually you will because you can eat through your old stuff. But if you keep adding to the overhead, so if for $10,000 you put an S&P 500, you sit there, you have $10,000, and then something happens, and then you need $1,000. So you go like, I'm gonna need $1,000. So you go and go, let me get $1,000 using my $10,000 as collateral, and they give you $1,000, and they tell you, hey, at a 6% interest or whatever it is, just pay it back. So you give you $1,000, you pay them 1,006 or some shit. But here's the thing: it wasn't your money, and it had no value. Your value to that money is you just assigned it to go like this money is money I'm using. It's the future's money that I'm using now, but because I'm still alive and working, you take that $1,000 line of credit, the damn your next paycheck comes in, you pay it off, and something happens, you take it out. And he says it's 2,000. You take it out because you have it, and then it keeps going up. Add to the asset base, it builds the line and the credit bigger, and then you do it. It's what every so-called wealthy person do, but they go, "Oh, it's a wealthy trick." No, it's not a wealthy trick. It's freaking numbers. It's a bank is like a store. You go to the store, you go there and you look for what you're hungry for. You look for what you need. You don't buy the whole fucking store. And you definitely don't stand there and buy what they sell you. So if a bank is like a store and you go to a bank, why do you immediately just accept the checking and savings account? Like that those are your only options. And they're not. A bank has different products. You can I'll let's say you say like I'll take my payment from whatever company XYZ company. I'll take that as stocks, shares. Well, if somebody, oh, you can't do that, then what you do is you go like, cool. Um, I'll ev- if the money comes in, what I'm going to do is I'm going to just take that money and buy shares of whatever, and then run that SB lock on it. It's weird. Like it started because when I first went to the bank, when I first realized that like the checking and savings account is what they want you to have, it made you think like, oh, every banker they want you to have something. If they recommend something, this you should do this. It's it's because it makes them money. Like I don't believe the whole 401k, RIA, all that fucking crap. Just invest in a taxable account. Yeah, but it'll be taxed. I'm like, yeah, I get it, but when you do get it out, you're gonna get taxed then. Yeah, but it'd be a lot of money. I'm like, have taxes ever gone down? And like, the taxes in the future are going to be worse. I'm just saying. You do. Thank you, man. I appreciate it. It says, you like me because like, yeah, I'm talking about this stuff, and like you need to know, and you try to do the same. Yeah, man. Don't be just like me. Be you. You're gonna find something you're passionate about, Rush. You'd be surprised, man. Because put it this way. Imagine reality as a pie, as a pie chart, right? Every human, every human in the world in that pie chart. So if every human is there, so you and me are there. And let's talk to our egos. Let's talk to our egos. Let's talk about what makes me feel good like the man. All right? So in this reality, that's like a pie, every human has an aggregate piece. Every human has a part. And if I look to one of those parts so I can imitate it and then I die, and nobody's going to know. Nobody's going to know. But if I was unapologetically myself, the stoner who invests and goes skateboarding and tells dick jokes, that's me. That's me every day. I'm so overly grateful it makes my friends uncomfortable. I'm learning to tone just, but it's one of those things, man. There's people that gave me grace. I'm just saying all that. You see how that is? I'm just saying about my that's it. That's unapologetically me. I will go to war for my friends, because what we do and what my friends do benefits everybody involved. And I cannot say the same about my previous profession. I'm a combat veteran here in the United States Army. If me and my friends show up back then, it's a bad day for everyone, terminal for some. Nowadays, if me and my buddies show up, funds to be had. Everybody's getting paid, and somebody's gonna pay us and laugh their asses off and go, thank you. Because my homies are some of the funniest people in the world. I got a long way to go. I got to work. You get what I mean? The whole thing is you got to sit down, Rush, and write everything down. Write the description of the guy that you want to be, and then read it every day. You can't increase the size of your penis just writing it down. I'm saying structure your life. The guy that is has 1 million subscribers and is providing crazy value to them, who's that guy? What is he saying? For me, I had to get over that. I had to be the guy that's learning to get over. What do you call it? Self. What do you when you self conscious? Is by posting something good enough that people like it and will not only support me, but our people will support you, me. Oh yeah, I understand that, and that's great. What value is that? What is it? What does it look like? I have what I'm doing right now is written down. I have a storyboard that I drew of this exact setup, but 2, 3 years ago. I found it and I couldn't believe my eyes. I was like, yo, what the fuck? And then I thought about it. Everything that you see in front of us, everything was in somebody's head first. And then they wrote it down one day. And then the more detailed became a blueprint. And now it's a startup or a house. But it all started here. And when you write unapologetically who you are, your thoughts on piece of paper, yeah, physically, not type, physically, right? What happens is if what you thought about was an original thought of yours, you just physically created in the 3D world. It now exists really, really. Even if it's just on a piece of paper. But if you sit and dream about what you want to do, no. An American dream is not an American dream. It's American life. There should be no American dream. It should be just an American life. And what's that? Sovereignty, individual sovereignty. You know, what everything that I'm saying, I am not asking you to believe me. I am not asking you to do any of it. I am not asking you to follow it. I want you to think. I, I'm explaining it in financial ways because it's easier for everybody because a balance sheet is the same in every language. No matter where you go in the world, a balance sheet is filled out the fucking same. We could all disagree and open a balance sheet and agree that it's fucked up or if somebody's getting robbed or not. and there's no denying it. A balance sheet is the same thing in any language. I say that to say, if it is, then maybe it's a language you should learn. So I decided, wow, how do I learn to balance my budget? And then I did online. And I'm like, wow, this is cool, but is there any way I can just plug stuff in and it does the math? And I learned how to use Google Sheets because it was available. I had a Google address. And guess what? If you have a Google address, you have Google Sheets. That entire platform. What was I saying? Oh, yeah. So, financially speaking, one day I woke up and I'm like, man, I got this mic and this mic and this mic to go to, open mics for comedy and one for music at the time. And then I realized I got it. Man, I didn't have a car. Um, I didn't know how to use the bus system. You know, I'm a 20-minute drive from where I go. And what was I saying? Damn. What was I saying before I lost my track of my mind? Yeah, that's literally what's happening in my head. Oh, you just the unapologetically you thing is just something that you gotta figure out for yourself. You gotta find out what it is about you that you want to do. Like the infinite game and finite game from game theory. You know, a finite game is fixed rules, fixed amount of players, fixed amount of time. At the end of the time, everybody winner, loser, tie. We gotta go again. Oh yeah, it's a 20-minute drive. I was so everything was just far away. Like I was very comfortable now. Like I had a place to stay and I got that taken care of. But now I'm like, man, I have to go places. So I started doing math on transportation. And then I looked at all this stock market stuff popping up and I went, you know what? There's a kid today that by noon made six figures. Game theory, yes. Finite and infinite games. Go look up Simon Sinek. He's a good explanation. It'll save you the reading material. I mean, don't get me wrong. You can get into the math and it gets fun, but to the average person, not so much. You want the meat and potatoes of it and move on with your life. But the whole point is I had to figure out how to make money and not use my comedy to chase money, the art. Like I didn't want it to divorce the finances from the art. If anything, I wanted the art to be one way, you know? Oh, what's up, look? Yeah, I definitely would. But believe it or not, man, I thought I could fucking hang. I got about the before exact hours before I hit the button on the trade. But here's the thing. All right, I'm catching my thoughts together right now. I'm about to get ready to give it to you. What happened today, I got frustrated, is I finally got a place to stay and food to eat. And my homie, shout out to Roderick McDaniels. For some of you guys, you met him. We talked about stuff on here, and we he called in Discord. He told me to get hot on that. But shout out to Roderick McDaniels. I was here, finally have a place to stay. I'm fucking comfortable. I mopped the floor. I'm walking around and I realize, oh shit, there's an oven. We got a frying pan. I'm making eggs, man. So I'm cooking eggs for the first time in my house on a stove. I'm fresh and clean. I showered. I'm barefoot because I was living on the street, so I couldn't take off my shoes because they disappear and you step on needles. Anyway, and Roderick calls me and goes, "Hey, you want to be in a movie?" I'm like, no. Twist my arm off. Of course I want to be a fucking movie, man. Why? I've never done that. So I'm like, man, life is fucking cool. And then I realized, like, oh shit, he told me to be somewhere for it. So I'm like, that actually cost money. So I decided, okay, how can I make money away from comedy? And then I got high and realized that the stock market exists and life got bananas if you know, like, bro, somebody woke up and made so much money and they're half my age, and it's not always about money. It was just the frustration of going, that's possible, and I struggled. I wouldn't change all the struggle. I was just, I don't know if it was, that's the lesson I meant to learn. It was more like, what the fuck, man? Like, I was so hurting for so long. And it was the day I was over here, I hit a button on this and I made so much fucking money. I was just crying. And the intern walked in and was like, what the fuck's your problem? I'm like, man, I can't believe, I fucking can't believe I struggled for that long. Like this shit, these numbers, the market has existed as long as I've been in America. And I struggled for that long. I was so frustrated. I saw the divorce. I saw the things I had to go through. I saw like the way my family's, I'm like, just because financially I didn't know what to do. Now, you wouldn't know what to do if you were drunk all the fucking time. That's neither here nor there. I'm just saying that the information was available that when I learned it, I hit a button and made the same amount of money I made in the military in less than 5 minutes. A monthly paycheck where I read some things and hit a button and money showed up. And this is where I learned that y- leverage is good because, yeah, I made money, but it takes time to clear that at your bank. So imagine the frustration of me going like, wow, I have so much monies and zero access to it because they got it clear. And then I realized what I was doing. I was bitching about one of the craziest, most amazing things that just happened to me. I learned something about finances, and I'm a high school kid. That's why nowadays, like with whatever I do, and I talk to my friends and the homies, and I just keep, you know, tagging it with hey, but I'm high. Don't listen to me. Hey, look, if you're on, you know what? Yeah, my next time I go up, I go on Call of Duty mobile. I'm gonna post it on all the social platforms so you guys can see it and come hang out. In the meantime and in between time, ladies and gentlemen, Rush, look, this was a great thing. Let me close this by just kind of defining something since it's in front of my mind. Um, according to, you know what? I just have it written here. You just have it written here. I just got to make sure I say it properly. Nope. Here you go. In 2022, Alan Aspect, John Clauser, Anton Zellinger were awarded the Nobel Peace Prize in Physics for experiments that upended one of our most fundamental beliefs in life. Beliefs. The universe is not locally real. Fundamental beliefs. I say all that just to quote Mark Twain, aka Samuel Clemens. It's not what you don't know, it's what you know for sure, for certain, that just ain't so. That bends you over and shoves a dry, thorny shaft. Anyway, my name is Max. Hey guys, it's all in here. Before you guys close your eyes, go through your day again, and then go, fuck, I should have said this, and then redo it in your head. Just edit your whole fucking day every night into the one that you want. That's all I ask. Be nice to one another. One love. Peace. Like I said, but I'm high. Don't listen to me.